in the lower mainland, but is just cleared off and picture perfect here at Swangard Stadium on a Wednesday night. The Rovers finishing their season, their third season in USL League 2 play, all against the Sounders U23 in the last game of the season. Henry Cromack to kick off for the Rovers in his first start for his dad's team. What a moment for the number 6. 1 assist in 9 games played this season, 222 minutes. And last game of the season between the Rovers and the Sounders is underway from Swangard Stadium as Matteo Polisi leads the Rovers in goals with 6 so far this season. Knocks that one forward, headed down by the Sounders early on. They'll bring it away as Matthew Carnifex controls this ball. Goes all the way back to left back Josh Bauer. Goes to Nathan Dos Santos. Out wide to Josh Bauer. Or that was Kendall Burks, the outside back. Bauer now finding James Fillerman, the left back, rather than playing right back where he did the last time these two teams met here in Burnaby. This one from Rahid Rahim knocked all the way back to Trasley. A little bit of confusion between him and Eli Guindo. And now David Malamura looking towards Christian Lee Heighton. Strong header towards Eli Guindo. He'll control it back for David Malamura. Normally a left midfielder, playing left back tonight, again with the Rovers shorthanded. This one finding Danilo Smitchenko as the Swangardians in full voice. Matteo Polisi, normally an attacking midfielder, dropping deep to defensive midfield roles. He looks for David Malamur, making the run, slips in the wet turf, and loses the ball as he comes in and knocks Miles Robinson early on. A foul and a free kick given in the way of the Sounders early on inside the Seattle half. As Emmanuel Kuma wearing the captain's armband for the Sounders preps to take. He'll leave it instead for Matthew Carnifex, a second-year player for the Sounders U23 team. Team that had 4 players drafted into the MLS draft this past January. Program that's produced so many players to the next level. As Kendall Burks watched closely by Gurman Josh. He'll go all the way back here to Akil Kasim. Thumps it forward towards halfway. Carnifex up there. Good header forward by Legendo, but it bumps down for Akil Kasim. Or that's Kendall Burks. He'll try and find a teammate, but that one goes out of play off the Sounders bench, and it's a throw-in for the visitors. Miles Robinson judged to have gone too far forward with the ball, so it'll be for Manuel Kuma to take the throw-in. Kuma off the head there of Dylan Tevez. Now Dos Santos out wide to James Fillerman, but a room to do something here. Now Nathan Dos Santos flicked on by Dylan Tevez. Now headed forward, and here come the Rovers if they can break. Illy Heights in with a touch in midfield off his chest. Closed down by Dylan Tevez. Works to the far touchline. Gets past him, pokes it. At least he tried to a teammate, and a throw-in upcoming for TSS. Rahid Rahim to take it. Rahim, who scored in the Juan de Fuca Plate game last Friday for TSS against the Highlanders. A 3-2 win for TSS, retaining their second straight Juan de Fuca Plate. A big momentum-boosting victory for them late on in the season, a team that really struggled in the last half of the season. Akil Kasim knocks that one out of play as he was under pressure by Henry Cromack, who's playing as a wide midfielder to start this one. Very athletic Henry Cromack, and attended Prince George Cougars training camp last August and September. So a multi-sport athlete as well. Rarely you see that at this kind of level. Here's Connor McMillan with a touch. 2 goals, 1 assist in this season for him, including a highlight reel goal against the Calgary Foothills a couple weeks ago here at Swangard. Goal this season contender. As Jordan Haynes played a beautiful ball over the top right to the foot of Connor McMillan, who slid it past the keeper for 1-0 TSS lead. They would eventually lose that one 2-1, but they look good for most of it. McMillan finds Rahim. Nice touch through, looking for Illy Heighton. And the throw-in coming up here for TSS. 3 minutes gone from Swangard Stadium. Rahim finding Cromack, bumped by James Fillerman. In comes Matteo Polisi to try to win the ball. He will. Looking back for Cromack, but stepping in well and bring it forward to the Sounders. Good move from Shaquem Adams in that far side, trying to work by 2 Rovers, and a good tackle there by Danilo Smitchenko at halfway, trying to play it the other way towards Connor McMillan. Gets a touch in past Emmanuel Kuma. He stumbles. He'll carry on. McMillan from distance lets it go, and a good save from Akil Kasim, denying the Rovers midfielder a 1-0 Rovers lead, and McMillan loves to shape up from distance. He did just then. And a great save by the keeper, Akil Kasim, to keep this one at 0-0. Early going from Swangard. A beautiful strike there by Connor McMillan. Rovers winless on the year against the Sounders team. A 2-0 loss at Swangard back on Sunday, June 16th, and as well on Sunday, June 30th, down at Sumner High School. A 3-1 loss after they took a 1-0 lead in the 16th minute. Was some played in towards Smichenko and Gindo. A good grab by Akil Kasim, and he'll try to spark his team the other way. Nice throw cross field to Philemon. The left back making a run, flips it through there, and a good-looking ball for Tevez. Good step in by Rahid Rahim, though. Mateo Polisi finding Jordan Haynes. Flips it to Christian Illy Heights, and he'll keep this one in just in front of touch. Henry Cromack, nice little run to get the ball there, but cleared finally by the Sounders. Towards halfway, Gindo will retreat to pick it up. Ellie Gindo, a man who has 3 goals on the year as a defender. As McMillan tackled hard there by Dylan Tevez, and a free kick for TSS just in front of the Sounders bench. And Sounders head coach Jason Prenevost. Sounders U23 coach after Darren Sawatsky was in charge for their first 6 years of their existence. Now moved on to FC Tucson. USL League 1 as here's German Josh chased quickly by Kendall Burks. Josh gets it into his feet, finds Malamore. Lovely left-footed ball into the air. Illy Heighton up there to get it. And picked up by the Sounders in midfield. Matt Carnifex. Finding Shaquem Adams. James Philemon now for Dos Santos in midfield. He had a good game, and last time the Sounders played here at Swangard back on June 16th. This is the 9th all-time meeting as well between these two teams. Sounders winning 5. Rather 6 of those. 1 tie and 1 win for the Rovers. That was in the last game of the season, 2017. A last-minute winner from Mateo Polisi. This one flipped over the top to Miles Robinson. He'll look to get in behind. Nice touch to Dylan Tevez. Tevez past Malamura, plays it back across goal. Comes back post for Shaquem Adams. He'll shoot. And a good block by Rahid Rahim. The midfielder turned into a right back for this one. Gets a touch on it and goes out of play. Corner kick upcoming here for the Sounders, their first of the game. Through almost 7 minutes here at Swangard Stadium. Much cooler evening here. A good crowd on hand as Rovers free night presented by Chimp. Get 2 free tickets and $5 to a charity of your choice. A great cause put on by the Rovers and Chimp as well. Charitable sponsors. Corner kick taken to the far side by Dos Santos. It's a good one in towards Burks. Headed clear by Mateo Polisi. Only as far as the 18 for Robinson. Back to Carnifex looking over the top, but that one's going to roll kindly past the Rovers net. And the goal kick upcoming here for Luciano Trasolini. And the bright neon kit, good first year for the Rovers keeper after not playing a single minute at all last year. Andrew Hicks and Mario Gerga split the role in net. And here's Smichenko. Illy Heighton gets a touch in there. Now Henry Cromack finding Rahid Rahim. All the way back to Danilo Smichenko. 1 goal as a TSS Rover against the Highlanders last year. Another one a few game, I should say, is this one played through to German Josh. Good step in by Kendall Burks. Philemon can't get the touch, and here's Henry Cromack. Leaves it for Connor McMillan. McMillan, Jordan Haynes, first year in the USL League 2 with the Rovers anyways. Lots of experience professionally with Whitecaps 2 and Oklahoma City Energy U23s. Former Whitecaps residency player as well. One of a number on this TSS FC Rovers roster. As here's Rahid Rahim finding McMillan up against Philemon. Back to Rahid Rahim. McMillan trying to get it back to Jordan Haynes. Good move past Shaquem Adams down that far touchline. Haynes trying to get onto his left foot. And he does so, carrying on. Haynes with that beautiful crossfield ball. And a good grab by Akil Kasim just ahead of Christian Illy Heighton there. Haynes 3 assists this season for TSS. As here's Philemon finding Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Nicely rolled to Philemon, the left back moving into midfield and going all the way back to keeper Akil Kasim. Here's Kendall Burks. Back to Akil Kasim. Bauer. Back to Akil Kasim as the Sounders try and keep possession here, something they did so strongly in the last meeting here at Swangard on June 16th, a team that has won 4 straight. Eerily similar to the end of their last season. Didn't make the playoffs, but they won 3 games, came into Swangard in the Rovers' last game of the season, won trouncing 3-0. This TSS team and went on to lose their last game of the season. Right now they're at winning 4 straight, so kind of comparison to last season. Sounders team that always has been so well drilled, so organized. Coming into this game and really all time, they've been such a good team and a fun one to watch as well over the years. Kendall Burks is back to Fillerman, looking out wide here. Good looking ball to Dylan Tevez, gets a touch in there. He'll try to whip it into the area towards Miles Robinson, gets a touch in there, drops it down. Back to Miles Robinson, top of the air into his right foot. He'll have it go, and a wonderful save from Luciano Traslini, punching it into the Swangardians as he made sure that one didn't go into his net, keeping this game at 0-0. Nearly 11 minutes gone here from Swangard Stadium. Is that one a great save from Luciano Traslini? Here's a corner for Dylan Tevez. Tevez whips it in, header flick on by DeCastro, rather, touch from Connor McMillan. He has a break here for TSS, trying to get it to Henry Cromack, and a thumping tackle by James Fillerman, who's looked very good for the Sounders early on. Thrown up coming for David Malamura. 3 assists in his first 4 games as a TSS FC Rover, including 2 against the Portland Timbers, in a 5-0 victory here for the Rovers. It's the 4th game this season they've been involved that have the winners scored 5 or more goals, and Rovers have only been on the good end of it once, losing 5-2 a couple of times in their last road trip, as well as 6-0 loss on Sunday against the Portland Timbers in a 100-man team. Here's Rahid Rahim for Gurman Jaj. Jaj looking forward onto his left foot, now onto his right, cutting it back to Jordan Haynes. Haynes shot from distance, blocked by Dos Santos. Haynes tried to put that one up, and it's a good-looking ball from Carnifex to Miles Robinson, trying to chase down Eli Guindo, who stepped in there well. Haynes gets back defensively, played over the top of him. Kuma, beautiful ball. DeCastro takes a touch, top of the 18, carrying on, and good touch laid on by Rahid Rahim, making sure that one couldn't go in. Grabbed by Luciano Traslini. He'll try and look for McMillan over the top of Emmanuel Kuma. Here come the Rovers. McMillan trying to get behind the defense on his left foot, carrying on, and has to slow down as Kuma defended well. McMillan looking back to the top of the area to Mateo Police, but well stepped in by Dos Santos. Here's Dylan Tevez. Finding Matt Carnifex. Now wide is Shaquem Adams. Closed down quickly by Rahid Rahim. Adams on his right foot. Good touch, and he'll try a shot. That one's going to go over. And once again into the Swangardians in full voice this evening. Good idea from Shaquem Adams, trying to create something himself there. But that one goes over the goal. Traslini shouting his instructions to his team, trying to make them more compact, move them up the field a little bit with the pacey outside backs, and Rahid Rahim and David Malamura for the Rovers in this one. Kuma gets the header in there. Good control by Pablo DeCastro. Goals in 4 straight for him. Beautiful ball. Poke ball through to Miles Robinson down this near side. Robinson, low ball into the area. Rahid Rahim will clear it. Controlled by Guindo inside his own 18. Finding Mateo Police with a nice little touch there. And now David Malamura looks upfield. Good touch to Gurman Josh. He couldn't control it, and now it's Carnifex. To Robinson. Good touch past Mateo Polisi. All the way back to Bauer. Josh Bauer closed down quickly there by Henry Cromax. Looked good for the Rovers early on. Rovers looked good as a team as well after that tough loss on Sunday. Here's Kendall Burks. Back to Josh Bauer. Now Carnifex. Looking over the top for Kuma. Malamur got in there well, cleared it, looking for Connor McMillan, but he couldn't step in there. Now it's Robinson. All the way back to Kendall Burks. Looking over the top for Shaquem Adams. That'll roll kindly for Philemon, the left back, moving forward from his position. Philemon with a low ball deflected off the feet of Rahid Rahim in the third corner for the game. Coming up for the Sounders here. No real threats at goal yet so far for the Sounders. Best one maybe coming off the foot of Shaquem Adams, who put it about 5 feet over the goal of Luciano Trasolini. Here's the corner for Dos Santos for the Sounders. To the right of Trasolini. A lot of Rovers in the area defending, only one outside the 18. That one's flicked on by Gendo and rolled aside for another corner for the Sounders here. Looks like Tevez will come all the way out to this other side to take it now. DeCastro's been a Rovers killer this season. 2 goals against the Rovers, including 4 goals in consecutive games. Tevez to take it. Adams showing short. Nice touch from Tevez back to Adams. Now lifting it in is Tevez towards Malamura. Flicked down by Kuma. Controlled by Bauer. Back post looking for Adams, and he'll have it go back for Tevez. Plays it across goal, but it's out of play. Good spotting on the near side by the linesman Arena Chu. That one's out of play for a Rovers free kick here as it was offside on the Sounders. Rather out of play. It's a goal kick for Trasolini. Quickly plays it to the ball-playing center back, Danilo Smichenko. You'll find Jordan Haynes closed down quickly by Nathan Dos Santos. Back to Smichenko. Now Matteo Polisi. Trying to switch the play to Malamura just over the head of Robinson, who actually got up there and flicked it on, but a throw-in upcoming for the Rovers here. Malamura to take. Here's Jordan Haynes. To Smichenko, finding Polisi. Career high, 6 goals for him, the SFU mat. Now 12 in his Rovers career. Another 11 for him as Kromak chases down to Carnifex, who somehow finds Tevez through 4 Rovers in traffic in the midfield. Here's Dos Santos. And that left foot looking back for Bauer. Closed down quickly by Christian Ili-Haitinen. Bauer finds Kendall Burks. All the way back to Akil Kasim. Now Bauer. Finding Kendall Burks now as the Sounders just happy to keep the ball here. Not real any pressure from Christian Ili-Haitinen as the sun starts to poke out from the left corner of the stadium, making for a beautiful evening here. Burks looking forward for DeCastro. That one's going to roll all the way into Luciano Trasolini, who will just play it quickly to Malamura, and why not keep the play going here. Malamura, nice move past Robinson, trying to bring it up the field. Malamura finding Connor McMillan, chased down by Robinson, who got the ball. Kuma pokes it forward here for Tevez. DeCastro makes a run in behind. Tevez pokes it through to DeCastro, and played by Polisi all the way back to Luciano Trasolini. Here is Polisi. McMillan back to Matteo Polisi. To Jordan Haynes, tumbled over by Kuma. And a free kick upcoming here for the Rovers just inside their halfway line. Eli Gindo, the former Victoria Highlander and Trinity Western University Spartan of 5 years. Good first season with TSS. Surprisingly not with Pacific, although he was one of their later cuts in their trials. As here's Ili-Haitinen. Tried a shot. Good block there by Burks. And here come the Sounders the other way. Here's Dos Santos. Finding Tevez. Overlapping run from Adams. Good step in by Rahid Rahim. But somehow that ball stays in. Philemon. Off the back leg of Adams. Brought forward by Matteo Polisi. Pokes it ahead to Christian Ili-Haitinen. Here come TSS the other way. Looking through for Kromak. That one's going to roll towards him. And it's going to be a bit too heavy on the ball. As Henry Kromak tried to chase that one down. Didn't work there for TSS. Here's Kendall Burks. All the way back to Akil Kasim. Now Josh Bauer. Bauer finds Kendall Burks. Back to Akil Kasim. Looking high up in the air towards Castro. Eli Guindo retreating, gets ahead of. Still bring it on his right foot to Eli Guindo. Guindo to Christian Eli Heitinen. Back to Danilo Smichenko. He'll push it forward for the Rovers. Looking over the top for Christian Eli Heitinen. Chased down by Dos Santos. Eli Heitinen working on his left foot. Now carrying on. Tumbled over. That should be a free kick for TSS, and it is. Good work by Eli Heitinen. Maybe didn't get the inside track initially, but chased down and fouled by Kendall Burks. Good chance for a free kick for TSS. You're only 20 minutes gone from Swangard. Jordan Haynes, the newest UBC Thunderbird, just announced last week. New signing for the T-Birds. He'll be joining Jackson Farmer and Logan Chung as a huge recruiting offseason for the UBC Thunderbirds, and Mike Mosier and his staff are now on their way to China for a preseason tournament over there with the international teams from across the U.S. and Asia. That one punched clear by Kasim in a corner upcoming for the Rovers. Matteo Polisi over to take. Big recruiting class for UBC this season. So here's Matteo Polisi to take the corner kick for TSS. First for the home side is Polisi whips it in back post. Punch just clear by Kasim. Robinson in there to take the touch. Closed down by Jordan Haynes. Now cleared by Bauer. Up to Fillerman. He'll have some room to roam, but it's out of play there. Fillerman not happy with that call as he thought the ball was in play, but it'll be a throw in for TSS. Raheem. Looking towards Henry Cromack. Fillerman in there as well. And thrown upcoming for the Sounders. Robinson off his own knee. Switched here by Miles Robinson. Towards Shaquem Adams. Good little move past Malamur, who slips, and he'll carry on. Here comes Shaquem Adams. Down the near side, closed down by Eli Guindo. A little step over onto his right foot, carrying to the byline. And Guindo steps in and wins it back strongly for the Rovers. Haynes, beautiful move past Carnifex, finding Henry Cromack. He'll look towards German Jaj. That ball a bit too heavy as Burks finds Kuma. Jordan Haynes. Good ball over the top to Eli Heitinen, and he'll chase this one down. He'll slow it down as well. Jaj arriving in the area. It's Eli Heitinen whipping it in, but it hits Bauer. And a throw up coming for the Rovers here. Eli Heitinen over to take it. He'll leave it instead for Henry Cromack. Cromack throws it into Matteo Polisi. Back to his right foot, looking to cross it, and Polisi carries onto the byline and wins a corner kick rather beautifully for the Rovers. Matteo Polisi been one of the stronger players in the Rovers this season. The Rovers team that has been struggling. Their victory on Friday in the One If You Could Play was their first in 9 games after losing 4 in a row. They won their first 2 games of the season, lost their second game, and they had to go on a 5-game road trip after a couple more at home where they didn't win. 5-game road trip for them, another season when they had to do that, and they struggled mightily. This one in towards Haynes, towards Guindo, and a good grab by Akil Kasim in the back stick. Pushing this one forward towards Dylan Tevez. Connor McMillan couldn't get there first. Here's Tevez, great ball. Carnifex pushing it forward here for the Sounders, carrying on, closed down by Rahid Rahim. Josh stepped in there as well. Rahid Rahim looking over the top for Eli Heitinen, backing up there, headed forward. Now controlled by the Sounders. Here is Kuma. Looking through for Miles Robinson. Look at the pace here from Robinson into the area, and a great tackle and a brave one of that part for David Malamura. Good pace by Robinson, good idea as well from the striker, Shaquem Adams, and Robinson denied by a late tackle by David Malamur. Another corner upcoming here for the Sounders. Fourth of the evening. Over to take it is Dylan Tevez, the man who didn't start last game but played 60 minutes. The man who replaces Nick Meza. 2 goals in his last 3 games. Eli Guindo flicks it on towards Connor McMillan. Look at the pace, try to get there ahead of the quicker Robinson. He takes him out. And a free kick coming up here for the Sounders just in front of the Rovers bench. And Will Cromack, the very vocal Mr. Cromack, the coach of the Rovers. Passionate about the sport of soccer there as you see him and the referee have a little conversation. Tevez to take the free kick just in front of the byline. Kuma and McMillan, the 2 players showing short. Tevez to take it. Bodies arriving in the area. Tevez whips it in back post. Flicked on by Malamur and controlled by Tevez. Miles Robinson now. To the left of Traslin, a little step over. Gets past Malamur onto the right foot. Back to his left. Malamur got a foot in, but carries on. Clear by Guindo. Cromack gets a flick on it. Retreating was Carnifex. Filliman. Good ball. Here's Bauer in behind the defense. Trying to get onto his left foot. He does. Cutting it across goal. And good step in there by Rahid Rahim. And a corner kick upcoming here for the Sounders. Another one. Their 5th of the game. This is what they've been doing. Putting numbers forward. Getting in the face of the Rovers. And not afraid to try and use some skill moves to get by them. Haven't really seen much of Pablo de Castro. The man who's got 4 goals in his last 4 consecutive games, including 2 against the Rovers this season. Corner kick for Tevez after he switches the ball. 2 Rovers outside the area in Cromack and McMillan. As the Rovers have to tend to a player here. Down was Rahid Rahim. Looks like Rovers will have to make a sub here as Rahim has gone down to the right of Traslin. Most likely cramps for Rahid Rahim as Chris Gurra about to throw his bib on here and come into the game. As the Rovers will have to defend a corner here. No rest for the wicked. Here's the corner taken by Tevez. Cleared again by Guindo, who's been huge this season on defending corner kicks for TSS. Carnifex back to Tevez. Closed down by McMillan onto his right foot. Finding Carnifex. Beautiful touch on that left, trying to deliver it in. Carnifex to the byline, cuts it back across goal. Flicked on back again. Robinson couldn't get there. Kuma cleared well by Malamura. And a chase for the ball between Dos Santos and McMillan. McMillan will just give way. This is the Sounders will regain possession here. Kasim towards Bauer. Bauer trying to move by Matteo Polisi. Switches the play. Nicely done here. Carnifex over the top to Filliman across goal. And a great, again, defensive play by Eli Guindo is parked right in front of the 6-yard box. Is Pablo de Castro just waiting to bite on that one like a shark on fresh fish. And it was clear by Guindo as Rahid Rahim is taken out of the game here for TSS, unfortunately. Great start for him as looks to be dealing with some cramps here. Chris Guerrero coming into the game for TSS, the number 18 SFU player. Great year for them as well, offensively, overall for the school. Here's Tevez, whips it in back post towards Kendall Burks, punched away by Traslini, controlled by De Castro, leaves it back for Filliman, and that one's going to go sail wide of the goal. Adams, though, keeps it in just. Burks back to Tevez, top of the area, pulls it in, deflected on goal, and grabbed by Traslini as he'll try and throw it to Malamura. And here come the Rovers, a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's McMillan. Nice touch past Bauer. Sounders committing bodies back here, but McMillan carries on. Over the top to Henry Cromack. That one just a bit too much there for McMillan as Cromack will chase it down. Onto his right foot, closed down by his opposite number 6, Dos Santos, and he'll regain possession for the visitors from Seattle. That one out of play from Dos Santos and a poor ball as Smichenko will take the throw-in. Quickly to Jordan Haynes. Now Danilo Smichenko. Switching it to Eli Guindo. Brings it ahead of halfway and goes to the Rovers. Here they come. Gurmanjaj looking through for Eli Heighton and just a bit too much on it again, though, from Gurmanjaj, the man from UFV approaching his 5th year in the Canada West. Career high 13 goals for him, only surpassed by McEwen's Everett Ongnero. As here comes De Castro. Poor touch again. Good step in by Guindo. Here's Traslini. Looks for Chris Guerrero. just inside the touchline, thumps it forward towards Henry Cromack, and he'll let that one bounce ahead of him, get a touch. A nice control by Cromack. Pokes it through for Eli Heighton, who's going to be offside. Fortunately, rather, for the Rovers, as they were on the run there. And just a bit too late run by Eli Heighton. Negated that opportunity for the home side. As Dylan Tevez down for the Sounders here, and he's going to have to come out of the game, looks like. He'll be tended to. A couple of Sounders already warming up. At least I thought there were anyways. And Sounders coaching staff just gave the assistant referee a note, and he'll change the numbers. Tevez, who looked lively for the Sounders early on in this game. Looks like he'll have to be replaced here. And it'll be Noe Meza, the number 7, about to come in for the Sounders. 2 goals in his last 3 games. So Sounders will resume. Tevez out of the game due to cramps again. Something that happens late on in the season for these guys, playing 14 games in just over 2 months. Never an easy thing to do. Here is Malamura. Closed down quickly here by Meza and cleared by Malamura to play. Thrown upcoming for the Sounders on this near touchline. Kendall Burks to take the throw in. Got the good long one from the near touchline. McMillan closest to him here, and Sounders thought about going quickly, but Burks waved it off. Here's his throw. Into the 6-yard box. Gindo gets up for it. Cleared. Polisi flicks it on. Here's Fillerman retreating. Thought about a shot from distance off the head of Matteo Polisi. He'll challenge to the ball with Fillerman. Trying to work it forward. McMillan flicks it on. Here come the Rovers. Eli Heighton with Polisi and Cromack. Cromack back to Eli Heighton and cleared at the last moment by Bauer, getting back defensively. And the second ball from Henry Cromack just a bit lacking there, or else the Rovers would have been through. Bauer. Cleared by Smitchenko. Dos Santos, now for Fillerman. Carnifex, closed down by Cromack, who I'm sure is going to want to have that opportunity back for TSS. Here's Dos Santos, out wide to Carnifex, closed down quickly by Guerrero. Carnifex looking over the top towards Miles Robinson, grabbed there well by Luciano Traslini. As the Sounders had a chance to bring it forward, but the Rover keeper said, nah, that's my ball, and he'll try and spark his team. Trasolini towards Chris Guerrero. Eli Heighton couldn't poke it through for Cromack. Picked up and brought forward by James Fillerman. Closed down quickly by the second-year Rovers forward. Didn't actually play last year for TSS. Wasn't on the roster, but a late signing this season. After scoring 2 goals in 2017, one of them an expert first-ever Rovers goal at home. Beautiful back heel. Made it a 1-0 Rovers lead at that point back in May of 2017. Here's Eli Heighton with a run in behind by Cromack. Tried to play it to him as Eli Heighton bowled his man over. Polisi carries on. Finds Jordan Haynes. Newest UBC Thunderbird with Riley Peng away in China with the Thunderbirds. Actually on their way right now. Making the long journey there by plane. McMillan. Gurmanjaj got taken out just outside the 18. Referee Mohamed Wasedi says no. And the Sounders try to bring it forward to Castro. Nicely touched to Miles Robinson. A flying tackle by David Mellor. And another one by Polisi. Referee blows the whistle. This could be something here for Nathan Dos Santos, who came in. Studs up on Matteo Polisi. Both of them going for the ball, but Polisi looks to have got the worst of it here. 50-50 ball, and Rovers' leading goalman is down. He is holding his ankle. Would be bad news for TSS if he is to remain down here. As mentioned, their leading goal scorer has been the man this season, has appeared in every game. Coming off a career year at SFU. And Will Cromack up in arms here. That nothing given for Dos Santos. As Haynes and McMillan get a bit of a hydration here, and the Rovers get a free kick in a not so promising position here. Jordan Haynes to take the free kick as the referee Moseni plays on here. Malamura got a touch from Haynes. Back to Jordan Haynes from Malamura. Haynes looks to the left wing for Connor McMillan. Now Matteo Polisi looking for it. Polisi carries on. Let's go. Rebound is there. And good clear at the last moment by Bowers. Akil Kasim was put under some pressure there, sweating through that one, and his teammates helped him out. Here's Smichenko. Whips it in towards Polisi. Flicked on by Carnifex, looking for Shaquem Adams. Now Dos Santos. Shaquem Adams with the first touch. Looking out wide there to Fillerman. He'll get in there and get involved in the action as he has so much in this game. Fillerman can't keep that one in. Here's Adams. Throw in for the Sounders. Fillerman to take once again. Quickly to Castro, the forward dropping deep to get that one in there. Good step in by Jordan Haynes. Trying to switch the play to Connor McMillan. He won't get there first. Kuma does. Carnifex back to Kuma, the captain. Over the top for DeCastro. Good touch in there by Polisi. Good to see he's better, but DeCastro picks it up. Beautiful ball through. Here comes Robinson to the 18. Robinson back across goal. It's a good ball, but Robinson is offside. First time he's been caught this evening. The danger man wearing the number 47. Couple of assists for him this season. One of those bright orange boots. Him and Adams have been threatening pace-wise for the Sounders, and you can see why they're scoring in bunches at the moment for the Sounders. Their last 6 games unbeaten, won the last 4. They've scored 3 goals twice in that span and 2 goals 3 times. So a team that's scoring a lot, and in the last 3 games when they've won, they've only allowed 1 goal each. So a team that's really good at defending at the moment as they've kept their Rovers scoreless so far. But here come the team in red. Poked over the top from McMillan to Henry Cromack, looking to flip it over the top for Christian Lee Heighton. Garmin Judge up there as well, and that one just eluded his as Malamura in there as well, but picked up by Carnifex. Hit the referee as Noe Meza finds Carnifex. Here's Carnifex trying to find a teammate. It's Robinson. Gets it past Jordan Haynes, trying to pressure in the middle of the area. Robinson finding DeCastro. That's Meza, rather. Overlapping run from Carnifex. Good step in by Smichenko. And here's Cromack looking forward for Eli Heighton. Rovers having to find comfort in attacking with numbers here. With minimal numbers, I should say. Zone clear by Carnifex, a team that has been pinned under pressure by the Sounders so far in the first 37 minutes of this game. But having to find success and going forward with limited bodies as Carnifex down for the Sounders. Non-contact injury, so more than likely a cramp. It's been common this game so far. A couple of players already had to be removed. One for the Sounders in Tevez, and one for the Rovers in Rahid Rahim. That was Dylan Tevez, who's very lively for the Sounders to start. Carnifex is up and running for the Seattle Sounders. Good to hear and see anyways. As Josh takes out Carnifex, the man who just got up. Free kick for the Sounders. They'll quickly take it. Here comes Kendall Burks. To Emmanuel Koeman, this near touchline just in front of his head coach, Jason Prenevos. His first is his Sounder doing pretty good. Josh wins the ball back from Kendall Burks. In behind the defense. Josh bowled over, and referee says nothing there as a good little shove off the ball from Kendall Burks, and that was German. Josh couldn't win the ball back. Malamura carries on as Josh to his left. He'll find him. Here's McMillan behind the defense. McMillan across goal, trying to find German Josh, and it's cleared the last moment by the Sounders. Polisi carries on. Onto the right foot. Back stick towards Eli Heighton. Punch clear by Akil Kasim at the last moment once again. And the Sounders will bring it the other way. What a defensive play there by the Sounders, getting numbers behind the ball as the Rovers had a good chance to break as Polisi with a smart foul pulling back the neck of Noe Meza. And that should be a yellow card for Polisi. It isn't just yet. We could see. Referee goes to his pocket. It is a yellow card for Polisi. So we'll have to watch out for him later on this game if it does get back and forth like that. But Matteo Polisi ordered a yellow card in the 39th minute for a very smart foul as the Sounders had numbers ahead of the ball. Mateo Polisi's brother Marcello has been part of this Rovers team the last 3 years as well as Mateo, but missing out the last 8 games with a injury related to training. Rovers have missed him mightily. Mark Baldissimo as well, a key part of this team. Eric DeGraff is there as well. As here's Kuma, gets a right-footed ball and falls to Fillerman. Good first touch by Henry Cromack. Fillerman carries on past Chris Guerrero to the byline, and that one's going to go off for a goal kick. Good defending by Guerrero, the substitute. Goal kick for Traslini 5 minutes before halftime. Guindo just past to Castro, the striker there, the danger man. Smichenko looking over the top for Malamura. Kuma retreating. Malamura in there as well. Kuma back to the keeper with Malamura just in front of there, smelling the blood, but couldn't connect on the ball over the keeper, and the Sounders try to bring it the other way. Guindo with a big header there. Lost it to Nathan Dos Santos. Dos Santos spreads the play out wide to Shaquem Adams on that dangerous right foot. He'll try and work past Guerrero. He does into the air. Shaquem Adams carries on back across goal and off the outside of the goal. Just wide for the Sounders. Continue to threaten here. Rovers count their lucky stars. That one didn't go in. Full house here at Swangard. Last game of the season for the Rovers look to finish strong after being eliminated from the playoffs a few games ago. 10 points behind the second place Sounders right now. As mentioned, if the Sounders can pull out a win here, they'll go ahead of division-leading Calgary Foothills. With the Rovers, it's just about finishing strong, giving these fans here on Free Night, presented by Chimp, something to cheer about. Here is Mateo Polisi on the ball, finding Connor McMillan. Closed down by Kuma. McMillan shoved off the ball by Kuma, the bigger, stronger man there. And the thrown up coming for the second year over as well. Like Eli Heighton didn't play with this team last year, was in Sweden, pursuing a football career, played with the 4th Division team, and has returned this year to his roots. Grew up in Abbotsford, played with the Cascades. This one brought forward by Shaquem Adams into the air, across goal, and just past the danger man to Castro again. What a great ball and run by Adams. Robinson lost the ball. Here's Jordan Haynes trying to play it ahead for the Rovers. Another beautiful ball from Haynes and recovered by Bauer. Here is Burks. Running forward onto his right foot. Spreads it out wide to James Fillerman. Closed down very quickly by Henry Cromack. Here's Bauer. Switches the play to Miles Robinson. Kuma just to the right of him. Couldn't get the ball, and the throw up coming here for the Sounders. It's Kuma to take. Towards Castro up against Eli Guindo. Kuma whips the ball in. Over the top of Haynes. Guindo off his chest. Finding David Malamura. Malamura gets past Kuma beautifully and holds that one in. The assistant referee in the near side arena, Cho, let it go. Back to Malamura. Over the top looking for Eli Heighton, and he'll chase this one down. Burks in there going to touch off his knee. Eli Heighton trying to win the ball. He does. Closed down on the byline. Eli Heighton carries on. Poked out by Burks, the stronger defender. Sounders team that's produced some very good defenders over the years. 4 players drafted in the MLS this past January, as I mentioned. Produced over 60 players in their time in USL League 2 and the USL Northwest Division. So here's Malamura on the throw. Some notable alumni: Jordan Morris, Kiri Shelton, Shauna Coley, Aaron Kovar, Brent Bernico, Jonathan Campbell, Earl Edwards, Nico Hansi, and Santiago Patino was a Rovers killer last year. 3 goals, 2 assists versus TSS, now with Orlando City. Florian Vallot, DeAndre Yedlin of Newcastle in England as well. So a team and program has produced a lot of players. Jason Prenevos as well has helped those players along and seen them as his time with the Sounders 6 previous years, or I should say 5 previous before this, as the assistant coach, now the head man, with Darren Sawatsky gone to FC Tucson. Here's Smichenko moving the ball forward for TSS. Looking towards Gurmajaj. Good step in by Kendall Burks. And here come the Sounders the other way. Here's Nathan Dos Santos moving it forward. Looking through. Good step in by Eli Guindo. Now here comes Henry Cromack for TSS. Out wide here to Christian Eli Heighton onto his right foot. And the area and off a center out of play. Corner kick upcoming for the Rovers. Just about halftime here from Swangard. Gideon Hill with the call, as the Rovers look to finish their 2019 USL League 2 campaign strong with a win over the Sounders, a team they have not beaten once this season. Jordan Haynes comes over to take the corner kick for TSS. 3 assists on the year for him. Exciting for him to be a UBC Thunderbird this upcoming season. 1 minute at a time in this first half here at Swangard, as Jordan Haynes will take the delivery on the left foot. Haynes whips it in back stick towards Illy Heitzinen, cleared late on by Adams rather. Control by McMillan. Out wide to Jordan Haynes. Onto that favorite left foot. He'll whip a beautiful ball in towards Illy. Gindo got the head to it and over the goal. Best looking chance of the game. Gindo head and hands. And he knows he should have had that one on goal, but he puts it over. Close opportunity for the Rovers, and that one just goes begging. Akil Kasim will take the goal kick here. Forward by Akil Kasim. Flicked on by Jordan Haynes. Here is Henry Cromack. Illy Heitzinen back to Cromack. Stepping in was Shaquem Adams, and that'll do it for the first half here from Swangard Stadium. A scoreless 0-0 game between the Sounders and the Rovers. Stick around. It's been a good one. Another 45 from Swangard upcoming, the last home game of the season for the Rovers. Stick around. 12. Welcome back to Swangard Stadium. The Rovers in the last 45 minutes here, a game to win. Both teams were in it. Both teams had some chances. The Rovers probably didn't have the better of the two chances between the sides. The best one coming off the hood of Shaquem Adams, who ripped it across or pass, whatever you want to call it, across goal. That was just out of the reach of teammate Pablo de Castro, who was the most dangerous sounder in that first half. Emmanuel has 4 goals in his last 4 games. As the Rovers get ready to do battle in the second half in a big one. Last game of the season. Nothing much to play for, but still the pride of these fans and the willingness to go forward and grab an equalizer, or I should say a victory if they so choose. And if they lose and they try to go for it, there's nothing wrong in doing that, as the Rovers kick off for the second half in the red from left to right. The Sounders in the black and white from right to left. Guerrero flicks it forward to Gurmanjaj. He'll turn over to Shaquem Adams. Got a touch in there. Henry Cromack bumps him off the ball and finds Chris Guerrero. Stepping in well is Pablo de Castro. He'll look back over the top to the far side for Emmanuel Kumas. The smoke comes from the Swangardians into the pitch here at Swangard Stadium on a Wednesday night. Here comes David Malawara with pace. Won the ball back for the Rovers. Looking through there for Henry Cromack. And that was the story of the first half for TSS. They make some good moves. They win the ball back, and they just can't connect on a pass or two going forward. Here's Josh Bauer finding Shaquem Adams. Closed down quickly by Chris Guerrero. Guerrero will try and get a touch in there. Adams carries on to the right foot. He's did that numerous times in the first half, cutting into the right. And hard foul by Chris Guerrero. Free kick upcoming here for the Sounders. James Fillerman to take just in front of his head coach, Jason Prevost. It'll be Noe Mays over to take as well. 2 goals in his last 3 games for the Sounders U23. Decent position for his Sounders team to take it. Jordan Haynes closest to it, just outside the 18 for TSS. Noah Mays at back post looking for Bauer, who got up there. That one goes actually between Smichenko and... Is that a penalty kick, or is it just a referee pointing to the goal kick here? We'll see. I think it's a foul on Emmanuel Kuma and Christian Heighton, who came together. Referee wants him to come back and talk to him again. Traslini gets a free kick here inside his own 18, just halfway between his 18-yard box and his 6-yard box, I should say. Long kick from Traslini. Up there forward is Eli Heighton, flicks on, good touch from Jeremy Josh, comes through for Henry Cromack, and behind the defense, Cromack taken down, comes to German Josh, who shoots, blocked by Henry Cromack. And friendly fire there as the Rovers come so close to taking the lead. Will Cromack up in arms, but I think Henry Cromack just kind of slowed down as the ball came to him there. And referee Sayed Mohammed Mohseni comes over to talk to Will Cromack. And just telling the bench to just calm down. You usually get fired up in the sport of soccer. And you see rightfully so there, Cromack taking down the area, but it was not a foul, as Cromack more than likely tripped over the ball. Eli Heighton gets a touch near close, done by Filament. Flick clear there by Ani. Or rather, that was Kendall Burks. Here is Malamura, can't get there first. And here's the pace of Miles Robinson. Good defensive play by Connor McMillan. Wins the ball beautifully. Got pulled down by Robinson, but it's going to be a free kick for TSS here. Good win of the ball, McMillan, as Jordan Haynes down for the Rovers in a heap. Free kick here for the Rovers. Just inside halfway. Tail police to take into the 18-yard box. Up there for Smichenko, trying to retreat to get ahead to it. Eli Heighton back across, goal off the line. But it's going to be a foul called here. Good idea by Eli Heitinen with a high header. Flashes across goal, and the Rovers just about not in the opener here from Swangard. Akil Kasim to take the goal kick here. Here's Kasim with it. Towards halfway, Cromack retreating. It'll come to the head of Haynes. Flicked on by DeCastro and thumped clear by Guerrero. Good touch by Lee Heighton, trying to poke it through there for McMillan. He almost did. Falls from Mateo Polisi. Here's Guerrero. Great ball through to German Judge. Good step in, though, by Burks, and it comes to Henry Cromack on this near side. He'll hustle, get to that ball first. Cromack back to Chris Guerrero. On the right foot, onto his left, back to his right, to his left, looking to Polisi and eluded him, and it quickly played ahead by the Sounders to Castro. Dos Santos to DeCastro. Here come the Sounders the other way. DeCastro moving to the middle of the pitch here, looking far side for Miles Robinson, and he finds it. Robinson closed down by David Malamer. Onto the left foot. Robinson lays it off for DeCastro, looking over the top here for Noe Meza. Closed down quickly by Eli Guindo. Gets to the ball first as Guindo, and he'll try and bring it the other way for the Rovers. Eli Heitinen. Goes down by Kuma. Goes back for Kendall Burks. Finding Matt Carnifex. Out wide to Kuma. Pokes it through to Miles Robinson. Watched closely by Guindo. Foot in there to Castro. Trying to get there first. Clear by Guindo off the back of Castro. And a goal kick up coming here for the Rovers and Luciano Trastellini. Rovers just slowing the play down here just a little bit after they had some good pressure to start this second half. The Sounders as well trying to get a win. They need one here. Rovers could care less about the standings right now with the position they are in. And able to make the playoffs, so more about a moral victory here. And for the fans, not that they wouldn't like to get 3 points at all, but Sounders a more desperate team, if you will. Trastellini looking for a Rover here. This one goes out of play, and a throw up coming for the Sounders. James Fillerman over to take. He'll do it quickly here for Dos Santos. Bauer to Dos Santos. Trying to get ahead here of Henry Cromack all the way back to keeper Akil Kasim. Kasim finds Bauer. Flicks it on towards Fillerman. Good step in by Guerrero. Instead comes to Noe Meza. Meza looking through for Adams rather. Here's Eli Guindo breaking it ahead for the Rovers. Far side of David Malamer in the new position left back. He's looked good. Finding McMillan. That one couldn't find him. And now Carnifex. Back to Kendall Burks. Dos Santos. Finding Matthew Carnifex. Back to Akil Kasim here, switching the play to Kendall Burks. Burks to Dos Santos here. Working it forward. Nice ball out wide to Kuma. Finding Carnifex. Bauer. Now Noe Meza back to Bauer. Moving by Henry Cromack. Nice little move here by Bauer. Working into the half of the Rovers. Carrying on. Bauer looks to the right foot. Looking for Fillerman. Lays it off over to Santos. Good clear last moment by Eli Guindo. And controlled by Robinson. Watched closely by Malamer, who flicks it on. Here's James Fillerman. Onto his left foot. Brings it ahead. Good challenge by McMillan. Wins it back to David Malamura. Fakes the pass now. Thumps it forward. Looking for Eli Heighton. Kendall Burks in there as well. He'll get a throw in. He'll put it all the way ahead here to Emmanuel Kuma. Kuma throws it in quickly to Meza. Flicked on by Mateo Polisi. All the way back here to Luciano Trastellini. And he'll look towards halfway. Cromack will get a touch in here. Just past James Fillerman. That one rolls out for a throw in here for the Sounders. Fillerman quickly to Matthew Carnifex. Gets by Cromack, and he'll bring it ahead here for the Sounders. Carnifex finding Shaquem Adams. Watched closely by Chris Guerrero. Adams onto his right foot. Rolls into the path of Matt Carnifex. Back out wide here to Adams. Trying to get by Guerrero. Got a touch in there on his right foot. Hauled down by Adams. Free kick up coming here for the Rovers to the right of their keeper, Luciano Trasolini. Trasolini will just roll it ahead of him and play it ahead here. Long forward from Trasolini. Here is Haynes. Gets a touch in there, trying to poke it forward to Ili Heighton. Good run through from Dale Malamura. And a beautiful ball from Ili Heighton. Ili Heighton carries on his run. Here's Malamura. Thought about the first time delivery. Now he'll carry past Kuman. A good tackle on a corner kick for the Rovers here. Over to take it is Mateo Polisi. 10 minutes past halftime here. Rovers trying to get a goal. Here's Mateo Polisi over to take it. Whips it in. Back stick towards Smichenko up there as well. Back across goal. Falls to Jordan Haynes, who tries to get a touch in there. Lost it. He'll carry on. Haynes on his left foot tries a shot from distance, and that's going to be grabbed well by Akil Kasimis. He'll try and throw it the other way here for the Sounders. Robinson got by Smichenko, who came in with a flying tackle. Robinson carries on down his left flank. Robinson onto his right foot. Now to his left. Back to his right. Strike easily right at Luciano Trasolini. He was going to get that one every day of the week. Back the other way come the Rovers. Here is Danila Smichenko. Lost it to DeCastro. And now Nathan Dos Santos. Manuel Kuman that far side. Looking over the top here for Noe Meza. Gindo gets ahead to it. Flick clear by David Malamura. Gurman Jaj to his chest. Now Connor McMillan. Malamura finding Mateo Polisi. Now Danila Smichenko. Mateo Polisi. Rovers just keeping possession here. Not a bad idea considering the centers break so quickly as Malamura finds Jordan Haynes in the middle of the pitch. Haynes looking over the top for Chris Guerrero, who retreats onto his right foot, trying to play it ahead quickly there acrobatically, and that one goes out of play. The Sounders goal kick rather. Gil Kassim with the delivery. No score, only real info to tell you about the match that Mateo Polisi received a yellow card in the 38th minute for a harsh tackle on Noe Meza. Smart foul at the time, but not something you want to do for defensive midfielders. Malamura chased down by Shaquem Adams into the air. Adams across goal, and Noe Meza got a head to it over the goal. Acrobatically, Noe Meza got down, put his body on the line, and his face for that matter. And the moneymaker, Noe Meza's face there just got hit by a ball, and he's okay to stand up. But threatening moments here for the Sounders U23. Is it a good ball in the wide area by Shaquem Adams right to the face of Noe Meza? And that one just goes over the goal as the Sounders start to warm up a couple subs here. Rotation. Not something that the Sounders really did with only one sub, or rather one change to lineup with Noe Meza coming in for, that was Tevez coming in for Meza. But we'll see what the Rovers do here with one sub forced. Rahim out, Chris Guerrero in due to cramp. Here is Henry Cromack looking in behind the defense and lost a hand on the ball. Rovers can't regain it. Polisi got it back from Guerrero, but it's deflected forward. Here comes Shaquem Adams and a break for the Sounders after a weird deflection. Adams carrying forward onto the right foot. Pace into the air. Shaquem Adams blocked by Eli Gindo, and here come the Rovers the other way. Chris Guerrero looking over the top for Eli Heighton. That one's going to bounce all the way back onto the keeper, Akil Kassim. This one looking over the top for DeCastro onto his left foot. Good idea to move by Malamura. Those two come together. That's Dos Santos. Here's Miles Robinson working past McMillan. Drops it off to DeCastro. Bad ball, and here come the Rovers the other way if they hurry. As Mateo Polisi brings it forward. Working by Filament onto the right foot. And Polisi carries on nice low ball to Cromack. Steps in there ahead of Bauer. As Guerrero looks over the top, controlled by the chest of Burks. Fans call for a handball. Referee says no. And the Sounders will resume play. Burks to DeCastro looking over the top. He'll carry on, though. Guerrero comes in and shoves him, but DeCastro strongly carries on. Finds Matt Carnifex. Back to Josh Bauer. Now Carnifex. Settled down by Chris Guerrero. Polisi. Cromack. Leaves the throw for Chris Guerrero's looked good as well since coming in for Rahid Rahim into the right back role. Guerrero to take the throw. Over the top towards Illy Heighton. Good touch in there by Carnifex with the chest. Towards Shaquem Adams. Back to Dos Santos. Now for Bauer. Onto the left foot. Good step in by Mateo Polisi. Trying to heel click it back to McMillan, but a throw in coming for the Rovers. Guerrero towards Illy Heighton. Off his shoulder. Controlling the ball. 1 goal, 1 assist in the air. Guerrero, beautiful ball to the path of Connor McMillan. Running behind by Cromack. That's just going to miss him and go out of play here. Good idea from Illy Heighton. Just a bit too much mustard in the pass from Illy Heighton into Cromack, and that one goes out of play. Goal kick here for Keel Kasim. Smichenko. 4 by Dos Santos. Haynes rather pokes it through. Chance here for Illy Heighton. Brings it forward. Gets a touch to Jordan Haynes. Haynes towards Malamura. Malamura moves on. Has it go. That's over the goal. Good idea from David Malamura, though. Goal kick for Keel Kasim. Play towards halfway, retreating. Here's Danila Smichenko, gets ahead to it. Flicked on by Polisi as a Sounder comes through. Danila Smichenko. Here's Dos Santos. He'll leave it instead for Bauer. Plays it through quickly here to DeCastro. Closed down quickly by Smichenko. Castro carries on. Good step in by Polisi, but picked up by Dos Santos. He'll try to find a teammate. He does. He'll find Bauer down this near flank. Fillerman now. Trying to carry on past Guerrero. Ups into the area. Back across. Goal! Header is in! It's Robinson. The danger man of the back post. A great ball in from James Fillerman. And the Sounders take a 1-0 lead in minute number 62. A great team play by the near flank by the Sounders. And they draw first blood in this one. A beautiful header from Miles Robinson, who's been red hot for the Sounders as of late. It is his first goal of the season for Miles Robinson, after having 3 assists and a big header into the back of the net. And the Sounders lead here. Great ball in from him there as Henry Cromack substituted for Nico, and Malamuro play right wing here. So 1-0 Sounders. Robinson's first of the season. Polisi carrying on, taken out hard, and referee blows it down. It's not much resuming taking place for David Malamura. And a big lead here for the Sounders. As Polisi was bowled over. Free kick here for the Rovers. Jordan Haynes some distance. Yellow card here for the Sounders, as Haynes will take the free kick. 3 in the Sounders. Well, they'll back up a little bit, and they'll do it. as chosen by the referee. Here is Haynes, whips it in back post towards Jaj, and up there with Smichenko. Corner kick for the Rovers. Sounders pleading the case that it went off of a Rover, but Polisi will take the corner here. Beautiful header by Miles Robinson. It gifts the Sounders a lead. Polisi over to take the corner. Whips in again towards Gidno, up there with the head, clear by Fillerman, only as far as Nico with a half volley. Comes to Smichenko. He'll turn and shoot. That one's going to go wide. Good idea by the Rovers. That one did not work. Goal kick here for Akil Kasim in the 65th minute. Kasim towards halfway, retreating there is Haynes. Smichenko rather gets the touch. Finds Malamura. Couldn't play it through though to Haynes. Noah Meza taken down, plays it through here to James Fillerman. Fillerman working by Malamura. He'll carry on once again through to Shaquem Adams with pace again. Adams into the air, cleared away by Eli Guindo at the last moment. Keeping it a 1-0 game. Adams to take the corner. Shaquem Adams with a delivery here to the area. Flick clear by Eli Guindo. McMillan pokes it forward to Matteo Polisi. Ball's rolling, and that'll go out just in front of the Rovers bench, despite the good hustle from Matteo Polisi. As Nilo Smichenko gives away a foul there. McMillan and Guindo coming to the referee. McMillan not happy here. Siad Mohammed was getting a stern talking to from Connor McMillan, or vice versa, whatever way you want to put it. Sounders awaiting a throw in here for James Fillerman. Taken quickly by Fillerman. Thrown up coming for the Rovers here. It's Chris Guerrero quickly taking it. Here's Eli Guindo. The left wing towards Nico out of play off of his left foot. Throwing up coming for TSS here. Headed clear by Carnifex. Throwing again for Nico on that far side. Eli Guindo. Finding Nico. Touches it to Polisi back on his right foot. Finding Smichenko just inside halfway. Some room to roam here for the former Ukrainian U21 Premier League player. Big ad for the Rovers last year. As Jaj, nice turn, looking through past Fillerman. Those two come together. Fillerman with a good touch, and he'll clear it towards Shaquem Adams. Adams with lots of pace and space here. He'll bring it ahead. Guindo not closing him down. Adams carries on it. Trying to get to his right foot again. He does! Carries on with a beautiful strike just over the goal. Shaquem Adams dangerous there for the Sounders, and you see why. Running forward. No goals to assist, and this is 10th game of the season. Only goals so far coming off the foot of Miles Robinson, the number 47. Late add to the Sounders team. Beautiful header off a great ball in from James Fillerman. Lee Heighton didn't get up there. Burks with the flick on. Here is Matteo Polisi looking wide to David Malamura. Closed down by Fillerman. Malamura on his left foot tried to get it anyways. And throwing up coming for TSS here. Malamura to take the throw. Eli Heighton from Malamura on his right foot. Eli Heighton carrying on and cleared away by Carnifex. Corner kick upcoming here for Jordan Haynes. 68th minute, 21 minutes here for the Rovers to try and get something out of this match. Haynes to take. It's a good one back post towards Polisi, who flicks it on Guindo there as well. Guindo puts it on goal. Back across for Smichenko and grabbed by Kasim at the last moment. Good idea from the Rovers. Creating there. Here's Filament. Looking over the top there for Noe Meza. Off for the header was Chris Guerrero. Now Smichenko. Guerrero towards Connor McMillan. Ellie Guindo to Matteo Polisi, brings it forward for TSS. Looking over the top for David Malamur. He'll chase onto this one. Malamur into the right foot. He'll try and cut it back to his left. Here he does to the byline. Malamur carrying on and taken out and cleared by Dos Santos. Here's De Castro. Back for Shaquem Adams. Trying to move by Smichenko. He does. Smichenko pulls him down and thumps it clear. It'll be a yellow card for Smichenko. The 7th minute here for TSS. A smart foul as the Sounders were ready to break there with numbers, as they have most of the night. Free kick for the Sounders just inside the Rovers half. Bauer to take. Settled down by De Castro onto the right foot, trying to get it past Haynes. Back for Shaquem Adams, completely misfires in the shot, and here come the Rovers the other way. Polisi trying to spread it to Malamur. Stepping in is Josh Bauer. Filament to Bauer. Beautiful moves in tight past Malamura. Took him out there. Rovers trying to bring it the other way, but it's clear by Dos Santos and a foul on Malamura. Again, Hill here flying solo for this one without Michael McCall in Calgary for this evening's match in the Canadian Championship, covering it for his website, AFTN.ca. You can see there all the Rovers and MLS news on that site, as well as my new piece on it. Zach Verhoeven, a former TSS Rover and Pacific FC player, current UBC Thunderbird as well. Check it out. Thanks to Mike Mosier and Colin from TSS as well, and Zach himself for providing some great insight into his life as a professional footballer, as well as his time with TSS and the Thunderbirds so far in his career. McMillan whips it in towards Malamur, cleared by Filament. This one off of Nico, and he'll control it. Well, if you want to get in touch, I'm at _GideonHill on Twitter. If you're watching this one and have anything to say about the match, it's been a good one so far. Sounders lead 1-0. Rovers trying to elude their final game of the season loss. Here's one poked through by Josh to McMillan. It was offside. The flag was up at the last moment for the Rovers. 3 wins on the season. Looking for number 4 there and just about got the equalizer, leading to another goal. Good-looking move for the Rovers. Gilka's seen with the free kick delivery inside his own 18 towards halfway. Retreating is Haynes. Finds Malamur. Picking over the top for Eli Heighton in a battle here with Burks. Gets a touch on his chest. Trying to poke it out wide to Connor McMillan. Gets it by there. McMillan in the area to his left foot. Deflected just wide. Corner kick for TSS. And boy, oh boy, are they threatening here in the 73rd minute. Good movement on the far side from Connor McMillan. Corner for Polisi. Lifts it in back post towards Ili Heinen. Comes to Malamura. Ili Heinen taken down. Malamura will just take the throw instead. Looks to do it long here. It's a good one towards Jaj. Tried to flick on. Comes back post. Cleared away by Dos Santos. Settled down by Haynes. Finding Malamura once again out of his least favorite right foot. Good ball back post. Up there is Ili Heighton. Rebound for Guindo. Still there. Punch and grab by Kasim as him and Ili Heighton come together. And referee just says watch out to those two. You had a little bit of a tussle after the ball was picked up by Kasim. Free kick for the Rovers after Robinson pulled away at McMillan. McMillan finding Polisi back to Connor McMillan, the second-year Rover. Flipped in by Nico towards Josh. Flick onto Malamura. In comes Fillerman to clear at the last moment for the Sounders. Here's Shaquem Adams. Finding Dos Santos. Moving by Malamura. Pokes it ahead here to Shaquem Adams. He'll bring it forward for the Sounders. Adams slows down quickly by Josh. Flips it through. Clear by Smichenko. And now Carnifex. James Fillerman. A couple of subs prepping to come in for the Sounders. It'll be Yoshi Chafin. As well as the number 18, Thomas Chamet. Eli Guindo finding Nico on that far side. He'll take a touch. Back for Eli Guindo. McMillan. Polisi back to Connor McMillan. Eli Guindo. 50 minutes ago in the Rovers season as Guerrero fell down but still got the foot on the ball. That's the highlight of the year stuff right there. The blooper of the year, whatever you're going to call it is. Fillerman comes over to try and get the ball and shoves down David Malamura. Referee comes over here to try and talk to him. Could be a big moment here as Malamura down. It'll be a free kick. And it looks like Desmond Tachi rather about to come in for the Rovers, the assistant coach slash player. As Malamura intended to and shoved over the ball by Filament. As Cedric, the very enthusiastic SFU fan, over to give it to the Sounders player. No idea what he said, but it's still good to have a boisterous fan as Cedric out to these games. David Malamura is up. Fillerman to take the throw. Malamura will continue. Tachi will continue stretching as well. Fillerman to take the throw. Shaquem Adams' night is done. He's out of the game. And Yoshi Chafin coming in as well for Miles Robinson, the two wide men. As Jamet, the defender slash midfielder, about to come in. And is now on the field for the Sounders. Yoshi Chafin as well for the visitors. Here's the throw in from James Fillerman. Flicked on by Guerrero and cleared by Dos Santos. Up in the air was De Castro, back for Danilo Smichenko. Yellow card for Smichenko in this one. Here's Guindo moving by Noe Meza. Now Matteo Polisi brings it forward for TSS. Switching the play to Chris Guerrero. Just in front of the touchline onto that left foot. Guerrero finding Matteo Polisi. Jordan Haynes moves on by a center. Pokes it through to McMillan. Back to Malamura. Trying to hustle through here. Closed down quickly by Fillerman. Comes back to Jordan Haynes. McMillan. Guerrero. Onto that left foot. Taken out there. Play continues. Here's Jamet trying to clear it. Controlled by Smichenko. Rovers 12 minutes to do something here. Guindo switches it to Nico. Now finding Christian Leheiten dropping deep to play it back to Eli Guindo. 3 goals in the season for him. Switching the play to Danilo Smichenko. Guindo. Matteo Polisi now. Finding Chris Guerrero on the near side. Guerrero brings it ahead, plays it in, off the head of Dos Santos, cleared again by Meza off the foot of Guerrero. It'll be a throw in here for the Sounders. Rather, the Rovers. That'll be given back to the visitors, rightfully so. Fillerman to take. Sounders play at Sumner High School on Sunday against the Timbers in a big matchup at 2 p.m. Chance for them to retake or continue their lead at the top of the standings. Here's Polisi out wide to Nico. Carrying on to the left side, pokes it by Chafin. He'll play that one at the touchline there for a throw-in for the Rovers. Here is McMillan finding Jordan Haynes. McMillan back to Haynes, out wide left to Nico. On that left foot, has a delivery. It's a good-looking one back post. Up there is German Josh, cleared away. Malamur didn't get the touch, and now he'll retreat. Here's Malamur, back post for Eli Heighton up there. Cleared by Bauer. Top of the 18, McMillan gets it forward, cleared by Kuma. Picked up by Gindo. Now Polisi carrying on. Eli Heighton slipped on the ball. Brought ahead by Carnifex. Nice move there by Jamet past Smichenko. Jamet carrying on to the area on the left foot. Carrying on back across goal. Clear by Gindo. And now the Rovers trying to bring it forward here. Grimmin Josh slipped but couldn't find anybody. And now Fillerman recovers for the Sounders. Kuma. Noe Meza. Pokes it through. Nice ball to Chafin. Back across goal. And a flick by Dos Santos and an acrobatic save by Luciano Tressolini. Oh my, gets up there with a paw and pushes it over for a corner kick for the Sounders. But what a great save by the Rovers keeper in net. Denying that one from Nathan Dos Santos and keeping this one at 1-0 Sounders in minute number 81 here at Swangard. Great idea from Dos Santos, flicking it on to net and somehow parried over by the keeper, Tressolini. Here's the corner kick delivery from Dos Santos. Good one in towards Burks. Didn't get the connection he wanted. And a free kick here for the Rovers after a foul. Goal kick now for, or rather, free kick for Luciano Tressolini. Is Rathik Raman about to come in, a TSS Academy player. Good to see him on the roster this season. Didn't appear much in the early going, but here he comes. It's German Josh coming off. As Rathik Raman comes in. And Pablo de Castro comes off for the Sounders for Hayden Criollo. Haynes retreating, couldn't win the header. Picked up by Smichenko, moving by a couple of Sounders. Out wide there to Raman. Here's a throw-in for Emmanuel Kuma. Nico. Over the top towards a Sounder, now grabbed by Tressolini. To Eli Gindo. Now Matteo Polisi. Running 40 or 4 TSS. Finding Malamura, now Chris Guerrero. Malamura through to Matteo Polisi. Beautifully done. Polisi carries on, trying to get two more moves in, but couldn't connect. And now here come the Sounders. Cleared by Jamin all the way down the field, but grabbed by Tressolini, and he'll try and play it right away. Here's Eli Gindo for Christian Eli Hayden. Pokes it wide to Rathik Raman on the ball. He'll try and do something here into the left foot, now to his right foot. Now back to his left, finding Nico. Whips it in towards Guerrero. Flick clear by Fillerman, controlled by Matteo Polisi. Polisi chased down here, and foul is a tug on the jersey by Jamet. Polisi tries to play quickly. Now he'll find Guerrero. Jordan Haynes on the left foot. Whips it in beautifully. Back post. What a ball! And just past Eli Heighton. No one up to get it for the Rovers. Approaching the 84th minute here. Nice jackpot tonight for $350 here at Swangard Stadium for all those participated. As the smoke starts to come out here at Swangard. Haynes up there with a flick on. Here's Jamet finding Fillerman. Plays it ahead here looking for Criollo. Battling there with Danilo Smichenko. Criollo finding Jamet. Good foot in there by Smichenko. Brought forward by the Rovers. Here's David Malamur. Could not find Polisi. Picked up by Criollo. Here come the Sounders the other way. Criollo grabbed it. Brought the other way by Polisi. He'll carry on. Free kick for the Sounders inside their own half. Or the Rovers, rather. McMillan back to take. With Deke Grumman back to Ellie Guindo. McMillan. Switching it here to Smichenko. McMillan. Carries on to Guerrero. Now Smichenko to Haynes. Back to Danilo Smichenko. As the referee blows the plate out here because of the smoke. James Fillerman not happy with it, but they'll have to wait till the smoke subsides here at Swangard Stadium. And they'll take a little break here. So they'll take a break because of the smoke here. They'll wait until it clears up, which does take a little bit of time. Recap the game for you. Nothing really happened in the first half. Both sides have had some chances, but in the 62nd minute, just after halftime, James Fillerman, the beautiful ball into Miles Robinson, connecting for his first goal of the season. The 9th all-time meeting. The Sounders about to take the second straight last home game of the season victory over the Rovers in the last couple of years. As the referee about to get play going here, the smoke has subsided. So, a regular occurrence here at Swangard Stadium with the Swangardian smoke blowing over the pitch, and it doesn't usually seem to come that thick and fast, but normally they let it go when there is goals, but there was no goals in this one, so they did it anyways. Pretty good 50-50 jackpot as well tonight, $350. As the Rovers will get play going once again here as the smoke subsides. Ellie Guindo brings it ahead for TSS. Jordan Haynes down to this near side for Chris Guerrero. Keeps that one in just in front of the touchline and cleared out of play by James Fillerman. Jordan Haynes to take the corner here for the Rovers. Late on, can they get something out of this match? Something, anything, to finish their season with a bang here with an equalizer. Here it is from Haynes. Good one in, a little bit too heavy. A back post for Guindo, got the head to it just wide. Ellie Guindo's been so good on those headers at the back post all season and just put that one a little bit wide of the goal. Another Sounders sub prepping to come in here. As Ryan DeGroot prepping for the Sounders. This one towards Smichenko. Climbs a mile high to get there. Poke forward by Guerrero. Dos Santos out of play off of the Rovers sub. That was Ali Budbud. Made his Rovers debut on the weekend in Portland in a 6-0 loss. As Matt Carnifex coming out for Ryan DeGroot, the last Sounders sub. Throw in for Fillerman. Ali Budbud plays it forward and out of play. Throw-in upcoming for the Sounders is Philemon there to take. Philemon flicked on towards Criollo, and Guerrero came in there with the flying boot. Free kick set piece here for the Sounders to make something out of this game here and maybe extend their lead. It's at 1-0 right now. Jam it to Philemon. He's had an excellent game for the Sounders. Pokes it, lifts it forward that left boot. Looking for a teammate. In comes Chris Guerrero to get it there, and offside call on Criollo. Should be a few minutes of added time here due to the smoke. The Rovers look to get the equalizer here. Will be 4 minutes of added on time here at Swangard Stadium. Here's Jordan Haynes. Finds Eli Guindo. To Rithik Ramit. Plays in the middle of the pitch for Matteo Polisi. He's been lively. This one can't get much of anything going forward, though, for the Rovers. He's been held in defensive role. Haynes, nice ball towards Chris Guerrero. Keeps this one just in front, and now he ran over it there as it's out of play. Throwing up coming for the Sounders and James Philemon. Forward by Matteo Polisi, out of play. To take it is Jamit. Philemon to take. Smichenko. Hands down the free kick for the Rovers, pushing everyone forward. Traslini as well on his way to kick the ball. Now he'll just go to the other side. Here's Haynes. Good left-footed ball in, up there, and grabbed by Kasim. No one able to get on the end of it. Here's Kasim. Forward by Guerrero towards Jordan Haynes. Out wide here to Ali Budbud. Connor McMillan rolls into the path of Jordan Haynes, wanting it far side. Is a Rovers player. That was Nico who got the flick on it. But connected by Kasim, who picks it up. Time ticking down here in the Rovers season. Kasim plays it long inside the Rovers half. And Ligindo retreating, gets ahead to it. Comes far side to Yoshi Chafin. Nice touch pass with Thik Ramit. Chafin trying to get him behind. Onto his right foot, now to his left, finding Noe Meza. Top of the box. Here's a chance and a strike at goal, and grab by Traslini. Good idea from Jamit. Traslini throws it quickly at Ali Budbud, who slips. Good sliding tackle in there by Noe Meza. Now Haynes to Guerrero. Into the feet of Matteo Polisi, who lost the ball. Now he'll pick it up and bring it forward for the Rovers. Here they come. TSS on a break. Polisi with the man to his left. That's Nico. Nico onto his left. Overlapping run from Rithik. Back to Polisi. Polisi flicked on by Ali Budbud towards Smichenko. Comes to Philemon, who clears. Haynes to Guerrero. Jordan Haynes now moving up the pitch on his left foot. Haynes flips it through to Ali Budbud onto his left foot. Ali Budbud shoots, blocked. Back a chance for Malamur, who scores, but it's offside. Bad luck for the Rovers as a second run from Malamur cost him. It was in, but it's offside. Rovers not happy. Good call by Arena Chu on the near side to call that one offside. Guindo. Criollo. As two Rovers players come together there. Polisi is Guindo down, rather than Smichenko, I believe. After the clash of heads with Sounders player there. jam it. Not much time added to be played here after about 3 minutes or so. Player's still down here. Referee's going to let it go on here. As Traslini. Polisi with the free kick here. As Traslini to take it, and up to his feet is Danila Smichenko. Polisi to take the free kick here with not much time to be added on here for the Rovers. Polisi with the delivery. Everyone forward except Polisi and Traslini for the Rovers. Here it is from Matteo Polisi. Last action of the season. Polisi leaves it for Traslini. Here's Polisi now. He'll have it go from a long way out. It's towards Glendale, flicks it on towards Nico, and that one overran. And that will do it on the Rovers 2019 season. A difficult 1-0 loss to the Seattle Sounders U23, but they tried as hard as they could. Rovers end the season on a 1-0 loss. My thanks to Michael McCall for joining me all year, as well as myself, Gideon Hill, for tuning in, as well as Carl Robinson who joined us for a game, as well as Alan Arrington. Thank you for joining us all season long. The Rovers end this one and the season on a 1-0 loss. We'll see you next year, but thanks again for tuning in all season long here from Swangard. My name is Gideon Hill, and cheers once again, and we'll hear from you again on Twitter @_Gideon Hill, as well as @AFTN Canada. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll talk to you next time.